His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, chaired the weekly cabinet meeting at Gudaibiya Palace. On His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's royal order to conclude the third session of the sixth legislative term of the Shura Council and the Council of Representatives, the Cabinet noted the achievements made within the framework of the fruitful cooperation between executive and legislative authorities, highlighting the importance of this partnership in supporting the progress of the Kingdom's comprehensive development. The Cabinet stressed the Kingdom's commitment to further coordination and cooperation between the executive and legislative authorities, in line with Bahraini citizens' aspirations. The Cabinet also welcomed His Majesty the King's meeting with the President of Syria, Ahmed al-Shara, which highlighted the strength of Bahraini-Syrian relations and the importance of enhancing cooperation across various sectors. The Cabinet extended its best wishes to President al-Shara for continued success in achieving the aspirations of the Syrian people. This follows the Cabinet's review of a report by the Minister of Foreign Affairs on the outcomes of the meeting. In celebration of International Nurses' Day, the Cabinet expressed its gratitude to the nurses across the Kingdom's healthcare sector, commending their vital contributions in advancing the Kingdom's healthcare system and the relentless dedication to providing quality patient care that aligns with international standards. The Cabinet welcomed the Kingdom's pavilion receiving an award at the 19th International Architecture Exhibition, La Biennale di Venezia, in Venice, Italy. In this regard, the Cabinet highlighted that this achievement reflects the Kingdom's architectural vision in combating climate change. The Cabinet underscored the Kingdom's ongoing progress in enhancing health services in line with the international quality standards, noting the inauguration of the Maharik Special Healthcare Centre, a vital project contributing to the development of the Kingdom's healthcare system, established in cooperation with the Saudi Fund for Development. The Cabinet welcomed the Gulf-US Summit to be hosted by Saudi Arabia in Riyadh, expressing hopes for a successful outcome in strengthening regional security and stability and in deepening strategic partnerships and cooperation with the US. The Cabinet welcomed the US's announcement of a ceasefire agreement between India and Pakistan, lauding the diplomatic efforts of Saudi Arabia in this regard. The Cabinet then approved the following memorandums. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Financial and Economic Affairs and Fiscal Balance regarding the approval of a ministerial resolution on the regulations for exempting industrial materials from customs duties. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a draft decree amending some provisions of the decree to establish the National Archives. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a draft resolution regarding shared communication services. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a draft agreement between the Government of Bahrain and the Government of Morocco regarding exemptions from visa requirements for holders of special and service passports. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs and the Government's response to 5 proposals submitted by the Representatives' Council and a draft law submitted by the Shura Council. The Cabinet took note of the following reports: the outcomes of 2 official visits made by the Minister of Interior to Saudi Arabia and Jordan, the outcomes of the visit made by the Minister of Finance of Oman to Bahrain, the outcomes of the official visit made by the Minister of Sustainable Development and the Minister of Industry and Commerce to Malaysia, the outcomes of the visit made by the Minister of Education of Saudi Arabia to Bahrain, the outcomes of implementing some sports activities across public schools that contribute to further refining motor skills, especially individual sports, including darts, the outcomes of the Minister of Industry and Commerce's participation in a number of GCC ministerial meetings, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Azerbaijan, Ceyhun Bayramov. During the meeting, a letter addressed to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa from President of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, was delivered to His Royal Highness by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Azerbaijan. His Royal Highness reaffirmed the shared commitment of Bahrain and Azerbaijan to strengthen bilateral relations in line with common aspirations. His Royal Highness highlighted the ongoing progress of cooperation between the 2 countries and emphasised the importance of expanding multi-sectorial collaboration to unlock promising opportunities across various sectors to benefit both nations. The latest regional and international developments, as well as issues of common interest, were discussed. For his part, Baramov expressed his gratitude for His Royal Highness's commitment to advancing bilateral ties and wished Bahrain further progress and prosperity. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al Zayani, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met the Chairman of the Shura Council, Ali Al Saleh, along with the deputies of the Shura Council and the Council of Representatives, members of their Financial and Economic Affairs Committees, several members of both councils, and the Chairman of the Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Samir Nas, at Gudaibiya Palace. His Royal Highness affirmed that the Kingdom's achievements and progress are the result of the tireless efforts of Team Bahrain, whose dedication continues to drive the advancement of the Kingdom's development across various sectors. His Royal Highness highlighted that the strong cooperation between the executive and legislative authorities reflects the shared determination to achieve the Kingdom's comprehensive development goals, led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness also highlighted that Team Bahrain's sense of responsibility and unity continue to drive the Kingdom's many accomplishments. His Royal Highness commended the achievement of the 6th legislative session, highlighting the fruitful cooperation between the two authorities and the private sector. Underscoring the role of the private sector, His Royal Highness reiterated its importance as a key partner in advancing the Kingdom's economic development. For their part, Al Saleh and Nas expressed their thanks and appreciation for His Royal Highness's commitment to strengthening cooperation between the executive and legislative authorities and the private sector to further prosperity for Bahrain and its people. Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Interior General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met with the UK's Defence Senior Advisor to the Middle East and North Africa, Vice Admiral Edward Algren, at Gudaibiya Palace. His Royal Highness affirmed the shared commitment of both kingdoms to advancing cooperation, particularly in the military and defence sectors, in a manner that benefits both countries and their peoples. His Royal Highness highlighted the long-standing Bahraini-UK relations, characterised by a history of strategic partnerships and agreements across multiple sectors, and emphasised the importance of building on the coordination and cooperation achieved in the military domain. His Royal Highness affirmed the UK's role alongside allied nations in strengthening the foundations of regional security and stability, thereby contributing to both regional and international peace and development. The latest regional and international developments were reviewed, as well as key issues of common interest. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and BDF Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Thiab bin Zaga Al Nuaimi, also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Prime Minister and President of the Supreme Commission for the Royal Fund for Fallen Servicemen, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, issued Edict 1 of 2025 on restructuring the Supreme Commission of the Fund. Article 1. The Royal Fund for Fallen Servicemen Supreme Commission shall be restructured under the presidency of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, and the membership of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Vice Chairman, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Member. General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Member. Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, Member. Lieutenant General Abdullah bin Hassan Al Nuaimi, Member. Lieutenant General Tariq Hassan Al Hassan, Member. Lieutenant General Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Saud Al Khalifa, Member. Major General Dr. Yusuf Rashid Falal, Member. Article 2. The term of membership in the aforementioned commission shall be 4 years, starting from the date of issuance of the edict. The Commander of the National Guard, His Highness General Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa, received the head and members of the National Guard Hajj delegation ahead of their departure to perform Hajj. The delegation includes officers, non-commissioned officers and personnel. His Highness emphasised the importance of performing the Hajj pilgrimage with sincerity and devotion. He called on the delegation to reflect on the values of cooperation, tolerance and compassion and to uphold the principles of Islam. His Highness also urged them to represent Bahrain and the National Guard with honour and to promote unity among themselves and fellow pilgrims. His Highness praised the ongoing and commendable efforts of the government of the custodian of the two holy mosques in facilitating the pilgrimage for worshippers and ensuring their ease and safety during Hajj. On behalf of the delegation, Advisor for Religious Affairs at the National Guard and Head of the Hajj Mission, Dr. Sheikh Rashid Al-Hajri, expressed appreciation to His Highness for the ongoing support and attention given to the National Guard personnel performing Hajj. He commended His Highness's continued oversight of the delegation's preparations and efforts to ensure all administrative needs are met. The First Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, a BOC, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met with President of the International Olympic Committee, IOC, Kirsty Coventry. The meeting took place during His Highness's visit to Kuwait for the 37th meeting of the Presidents of Olympic Committees in the GCC countries and the General Assembly of the Olympic Council of Asia. The meeting was attended by BOC Vice President His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa, BOC Secretary General Faris Al Kuhiji and BOC Board Member Fajr Jassim. His Highness congratulated Coventry on assuming her new role, wishing her success. His Highness emphasised Bahrain's full support for all initiatives aimed at advancing the Olympic movement and promoting the values of sport, peace and cooperation. Both sides discussed means to enhance cooperation between the BOC and the IOC, particularly in areas such as Olympic programme development, women's empowerment and expanding sports participation to raise Bahrain's global sporting profile. His Highness and Coventry commended the level of bilateral relations and defined the importance of continued coordination to support athletes in line with the principles and values of the Olympic movement. First Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, a Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, attended the finals of the Arab Men's Handball Cup held in Kuwait. The match between Bahrain and Qatar ended in a 25-22 win for Qatar. His Highness commended the strong performance of the Bahrain national team, which reached the final with a well-balanced squad of experienced and young players. His Highness congratulated the Qatari team on winning the title, wishing them continued success. His Highness also commended the successful organisation of the tournament, reflecting Kuwait's track record in hosting major sports events. His Highness also commended the efforts of the Kuwait Handball Federation and the Arab Handball Federation in promoting the sport across the region. His Highness emphasised the importance of continuing the Arab Handball Championship to further develop the sport and enhance its competitiveness at continental and international levels, wishing all participating teams success. His Highness Commander Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with Vice Admiral Edward Algren at the UK's Defence Senior Advisor to the Middle East and North Africa at Rifa Palace. His Highness affirmed the long-standing and historic ties between Bahrain and the UK underscoring the shared commitment to enhancing cooperation across multiple sectors, particularly in the military and defence fields. He commended the UK's role alongside allied countries in promoting international security and stability. His Highness underscored the importance of building these strong ties to further benefit both countries. During the meeting, issues of mutual interest and the latest regional and international developments were discussed. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali Al-Saleh, received the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Azerbaijan, Ceyhun Baramov. The chairman highlighted the steady progress of Bahrain-Azerbaijan ties, noting the shared commitment of both countries to enhancing cooperation in areas of mutual interest. He commended the growing collaboration between the two countries in the parliamentary, economic and tourism sectors, and stressed the importance of further coordination in regional and international parliamentary forums. Al-Saleh also reaffirmed Bahrain's commitment to fostering peaceful coexistence, tolerance and constructive dialogue as principles that promote global development and stability. For his part, Baramov affirmed Azerbaijan's interest in strengthening diplomatic and developmental ties with Bahrain and praised the country's balanced approach and its commitment to building partnerships that support shared growth. The Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Al Nuaimi, participated in a panel discussion on the transformation of the media landscape in the digital age as part of the 20th edition of the Arab Media Forum held in Kuwait. Dr. Al Nuaimi highlighted that the rapid global transformation requires a parallel media response through renewed strategies that encourage creativity and innovation while preserving national values. He emphasised that Bahrain is advancing media development in line with the directives of His Majesty the King and with the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He highlighted initiatives launched by the Ministry, including the Creative Lab initiative, which aims to promote innovation, adopt modern technologies and integrate artificial intelligence to improve performance and content creation. The Minister noted that digital transformation represents both a challenge and an opportunity. He added that the digital space has become a vital platform to deliver media messages that reflect the cultural and modern identity of the region, calling for joint Arab media strategies to support the development of digital content. The Secretary-General of the Representatives Council and Secretary of the Executive Committee of Bahrain's Parliamentary Delegation, Mohammed Al-Buainin, spoke at the 6th meeting of Secretaries of the General Member Parliaments in the Parliamentary Union of the OIC Member States. He highlighted the support of His Majesty the King for the legislative authority and the close cooperation between the legislative and executive authorities led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He emphasised the importance of Bahrain's efforts to strengthen parliamentary ties with Arab and Islamic countries. He underscored Bahrain's active role in parliamentary forums through initiatives that improve legislative performance and support the developmental aspirations of Islamic nations. He also emphasised the importance of continued cooperation between parliamentary secretariats. Bahrain's Parliamentary Division delegation participated in the coordination meeting of the Gulf Councils and Parliaments as part of the 19th session of the Conference of the Parliamentary Union of the Organisation of Islamic Cooperation Member States, held in Indonesia. The representatives of GCC legislative councils nominated Bahrain for membership in the Standing Specialised Committee of Cultural Affairs, Legal and Dialogue of Civilisations and Religions of the Union. Shura Council member and Deputy Head of the delegation, Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, affirmed Bahrain's keenness under the leadership of His Majesty the King with a follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to support Gulf action and promote joint Arab action. He pointed out that the level of cooperation between GCC countries has reached an advanced stage of coordination and integration in various fields. Bahrain's Parliamentary Division delegation participated in the 13th meeting of the Palestine Committee as part of the 19th session of the Conference of the Parliamentary Union of OIC Member States. The Chairman of the Services Committee and Parliamentary Division delegation member MP Jalil Al-Alawi stressed that Bahrain, under the leadership of His Majesty the King and with the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, stresses its firm stance in support of the Palestine cause as the first Arab cause and the centre of Arab and Islamic commitment. She explained that Bahrain continuously affirms its rejection of the military escalation in Gaza, calling for an immediate ceasefire and securing humanitarian aid, emphasising the importance of achieving a just and comprehensive peace and enabling the Palestinian people to establish their independent state. Under the slogan, Caring for Nurses Strengthens Economies, the Kingdom of Bahrain joins the international community in celebrating International Nurses Day. More in this report.
International Nurses Day, which falls on May 12th, is an annual occasion to highlight the essential contributions of nurses in supporting the health sector and achieving national health security. The nursing sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain is one of the main pillars of the national health system, with more than 7,000 nurses providing direct patient care, participating in prevention and awareness programs, and applying the best clinical practices in accordance with international standards. These national cadres have proven their high efficiency, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, where nursing played a pivotal role in ensuring the continuity of medical services and maintaining field readiness in various health facilities. Concerned authorities in the Kingdom of Bahrain, led by the Ministry of Health, continue to execute sustainable development plans aimed at raising the efficiency of the national nursing force through education and training programs and providing a supportive work environment that enhances the quality of performance and improves the level of the health services provided.
For more on this topic, we have the following statement by the Deputy Chief Executive of Government Hospitals, Dr. Raja Al Yosef, who spoke about Bahrain's achievements in the field of nursing.
Regarding the nursing sector, they have significant achievements because of their productive collaboration with all parties within the health sector, whether it is locally within Bahrain or on the regional and international arena, whether it is to do with the WHO initiatives and achieving the vision of Bahrain, Bahrain 2030, the strategies, or also extending to the GCC, the Arabian Gulf countries, when it comes to collaboration and initiatives of national and international interest.
As part of its efforts to maintain maritime safety, address and control violations, the Coast Guard Command carried out a joint inspection campaign on the coast of Bahrain Bay. The campaigns resulted in the detection of a number of violations, including the seizure of a number of people violating residency laws, and others related to fishing, and legal measures were taken in this regard. The Coast Guard Command stressed the importance of abiding by law and regulations related to maritime activities and fishing to preserve security, safety and marine wealth. The Coast Guard Command noted that these campaigns will continue periodically to arrest violators.